going to the old courthouse in Brunswick to see the commission meeting to see what they decide on the millage rate for next year.
For millage rate, and we have with us tonight Mr. Myron Monson, our CFO.
This is our third and final hearing on the adoption of the 2024 millage rates. So I'm going to go through this presentation, and feel free to ask any questions that you have. Requires us to hold a public hearing and advertise a property tax increase in the event that our inflationary portion of our property tax digest goes up, even if our millage rate is not changing. So that is what we're doing tonight. Our millage rate is staying the same. There is not an increase in the millage rate. However, property values have increased over the last year. Therefore, we would get more tax revenue off of the same millage rate. So this is the details of our millage rate rollback versus the rollback rate versus the proposed rate. So our current rate is 3.864 in the general fund. The rollback rate is 3.705, and the difference between those two rates is 4.29%. The total additional revenue to the county's general fund is approximately $580,000 for the year. And if you have the Scarlett-Williams homestead exemption, your tax bill will not be affected by this adoption of this millage rate. It will stay the same. Last years, you can see we've consistently been on a down millage rate and have worked hard to reduce these when possible. We have reduced the millage rate for the last 3 years, and this year we are asking to hold it the same as last year. This is a breakdown of where our money comes from. So 35% of the money that funds our county comes from property taxes, 31% from sales taxes, approximately 20% from grants, and then some other areas there. Funds are spent on public safety, 24% on public works, around 12% on culture and recreation, and then 8% on judiciary and the other sections there, general government, debt service, housing. This is a list of what the M&O millage rate covers and what it pays for. So all of these different departments are funded by the general fund millage rate. So all of our animal control, emergency management, the sheriff's office, the detention center, this is all funded by the general fund, as well as most of our public works, all of the judiciary, courts, and public defenders and clerks are all funded by the general fund.
Could you go back to that chart that showed that? So since that chart was originated in 1976, and we are at the current 2024, the 3.864 is the lowest millage rate that we approved last year, this year, that Glynn County has ever had.
That is correct.
It is, since we've been doing millage rates, that's the lowest Glynn County's ever had.
Well, I don't know about before 1976, but for this chart, yes.
Yeah, okay. And what we're doing is we're looking at trying to hold on to that lowest millage rate that we have now. We're holding on to that lowest millage rate that we've ever had.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
You probably don't know, how many people or homeowners in Glynn County are roughly under the Scarlett-Williams by now?
I tried to do a calculation the other day. I believe it's around 20%, but I would need to verify with the tax commissioner's office to know that 100% sure, but I believe around 20%.
Okay, all right. And also to Commissioner Thompson making an excellent point there. You know, in the last 4 years, the previous 3 years dropping it, we've dropped it just shy of 1 mil. And, you know, we've heard it all said before, in 159 counties, we're at 156. You know, that's fantastic. And we're very blessed here to live in the community that we live in. You know, if we have some, you know, some things that are growth that we have to keep up with. And, you know, we've got to meet those growing needs. And I think for what we have here in front of us and the challenges we have, you know, it shows that we have been diligent trying to keep it, drop it consistently and maintain it at the lowest level that it is across this great state of ours. But that's all I have. But that graph is very informative. Thank you.
Public hearing, and commissioners, we're back to you. That is the presentation. At this point, we would go on to item 13.
That the Board of Commissioners approve the Board of Education's millage rate. We're not setting it. We're just putting the Commissioner's approval to send it in with our property tax digest to the state. So this is more of a technicality, and the Board of Education did pass their millage rate this week.
And this is a mandate that we have to do to procure. It's in the process. So.
That's correct.
Commissioners, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, move to approve a resolution accepting the Board of Education's millage rate as approved by the Board of Education.
Have a motion by Commissioner Rafalski, a second by Commissioner Sweat. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I got just one quick thing. Their rate at
This year they have put it at 14.9.
14.9.
Yes.
Okay. And also, what percentage of the property taxes does the school board get versus the county?
Well over 65%.
Well over 65 versus whatever's remaining for the county. Okay. All right. Thank you.
A question for Ms. Munson. You know, we have a third lowest millage rate in the state of Georgia, but our values are increasing. Is that an odd occurrence? I mean, where you see a low millage rate and values are higher than normal? Is it usually low values and low millage rate? Is that an odd occurrence? Is it a rare occurrence?
I would, with us being the third lowest in the state, I would say that it's on the rarer end. We've worked very hard to, keep our costs in check. If we look at the number of projects that we're doing, the number of staff that we have compared to similar sized counties, we are well below the norm. So that speaks to us being able to keep our millage rate low.
To have such a low millage rate, the lowest we've ever had, that is basically on record, and have our values in increasing at the same time, that our values are going up but our tax rate's going down.
And we do have a strong, healthy housing economy here, and so that is why we're able to keep our rates as low as they are.
I just wanted to clarify that.
We have looked at this. We've lowered the millage rate for 3 consecutive years. Would have loved to have lowered it one more time, but to be able to hold it the same, and we're not having to look at increase. And we know post-COVID, the cost of goods across the board have all increased, and for us to be able to hold a line, I think does speak to the efforts of staff to maintain cost. And with the projects, as Commissioner Clark said, that are on the board and things that are coming and planning for the future that we have to get ready for, I think it's a commendable job by staff to bring this budget and to hold it. And so with that, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion. I'll make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution adopting the 2024 millage rates for the Glynn County Board of Commissioners.
Second.
Have a motion by myself and second by Commissioner Rafalski. Any other discussion? All in favor, please raise your right hand. That is unanimous. Thank you.